Down at New Haven, the sunsets, they're all different colours. I suppose it's whatever time of the year it is. I'm just a bit of a collector, as you can see, and I've been documenting the coast now for about 20 years. That's how I got into the photography and the collecting of my books. I was actually born here in Royston Mains Gardens in 1948. We used to play in the streets. There was only one car in the street at that time as well. Most people round about this area, they actually went to either the Wireworks, Ferrante's if you were clever. You needed a bit of brains for to go to Ferrante's, and Parsons Peebles. But myself, I actually got a job as a parcel boy with the Edinburgh Corporation Transport. Parcel boy number 6. We were given parcels to deliver on foot. Then you progressed onto a van. This was the van that we first started off in, an old Trojan. And then we progressed onto this one here, which was a Leyland. Before Granton Harbour was built, there was a proposal to actually build a harbour in Trinity, where the Chain Pier is. Well, these were the sort of pleasure boats that used to go from Leith to Aberdour. As I say, just pleasures out for the day sort of thing. I'm not sure of the date, but I know it was before 1837. This is where the S Bend is at Lower Granton Road, coming along, right along to the Chain Pier. And from the Chain Pier there was a bathhouse, I believe, at one time, what they called the bathhouse, and in fact the name is still up there. The Duke of Buccleuch, he got his harbour done in 1837, and of course Queen Victoria was one of the first ones to use the harbour, and the Duke of Buccleuch had these cards made up to let people use the new Granton Road, and of course the card for getting onto the pier as well. The esparto grass was one of the biggest imports, which was used for making the paper for the printing up in the south side. I would say the most dramatic change is actually in Granton Harbour. I've actually taken a photograph of the ferries when they first started up again, and where the ferry terminal was is now a block of flats, and it's strange to see all this the harbour sort of being lost, I think, with the regeneration of the housing, and it'll bring a lot of money into the place, I would imagine. The housing down there, it does look quite good, but how long it'll last, the way they build them now. But like I say, it's progress, I suppose. But I'll carry on collecting. I'll just start using one of the other rooms now as well, I think. But my photography is another thing that I really care about, and one of the places that I find most fascinating is New Haven Harbour. Well, it's one of the first sort of harbours that we had, where James the IV built his Great Michael ship, and it still goes on to this day. No, New Haven is a place for photographs for me. I enjoy this place, and I don't think I'd ever leave.